जनरल नॉलेज और पॉपुलरली कॉल्ड जीके एक ऐसा सब्जेक्ट है जो हर क्लैट एस्पिरेंट को बॉदर करता है. Whether you are a fresher or a dropper, everyone has the same doubts. How many months GK should we cover? Which sources to refer to? Or what are some most important themes that are always asked in CLAT? ये क्वेश्चन ऐसे क्वेश्चंस है जो हर क्लैट एस्पिरेंट के पास होते हैं. एंड इन दिस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू decode every bit of the GK section for your CLAT 2027 preparation so that you know exactly what you have to do to ace the GK section in your upcoming CLAT exam scheduled for December 2026. All those who are new to this channel and to NLTI, I'm Manish Gupta, the founder of National Law Training Institute and currently in my final year at the National Law School Bangalore. NLTI is an initiative that is run exclusively by National Law School Bangalore students, the college that all of you dream for. And we have been running this institute successfully for the last 3 years, providing exemplary results year after year. So stay tuned with this video so that you know exactly what you have to do for your CLAT 2027 preparation, specifically in the GK section. Now, firstly, we will bust some myths that are related to the GK section of CLAT 2027. So what students think daily news reading is enough. बहुत बच्चों को लगता है कि सिर्फ अगर आप डेली हिंदू पढ़ लोगे, द इंडियन एक्सप्रेस पढ़ लोगे या कोई भी इधर उधर से ऑनलाइन आर्टिकल्स पढ़ लोगे, you are good to go for your GK section. However, the reality cannot be far from enough. What PYQs, that is the previous year papers, show us for CLAT is that it is not your daily reading that decides your score in the GK section, but it is your recall plus the context that decides answers in the GK section. It is not enough that you are reading daily. What is important and what is required is that you actually recall. Recall as in जब paper में question आता है, you are able to process the question and recall from the memory what should be the correct answer. बहुत बार होता है कि बच्चों ने इतना information overload कर लिया होता है that you know everything, but in the paper you are simply just unable to recall the correct answer because everything gets blurred out. You go into panic mode. You become very anxious and you panic, and as a result, you simply cannot tick mark the correct answer even if you have read it multiple times. So the conclusion from this part is that daily news reading is not enough. What you have to focus on is the context and your ability to recall in the final paper. Secondly, what students think is that passages give all info. So अगर आपने CLAT 2025 का पेपर देखा है या उसकी एनालिसिस देखी है, you would have come across the fact that almost all answers of GK were given in the passages itself. So a lot of students in CLAT 2026 exam assume the same कि बहुत सारे answers passages में होंगे, and that is why they give less emphasis on the GK section, instead relying more on other sections to score faster and higher. But what happened in the paper is that a complete opposite thing happened. Almost all answers were outside or external to the passage, and only a couple of answers could be discerned from within the passage. So now what PYQs show us is that background knowledge is absolutely required and necessary. You cannot simply assume or think or rely on the passages to give you the correct answers in the GK section. You need to have external knowledge. You need to have read on your own to answer the GK questions in CLAT. Now, another thing that students assume is that static GK is minor. उन्हें लगता है static GK is not that important. Instead, you should focus more on current affairs or contemporary events that are happening. But on the contrary, what PYQs show us is that static plus current linkage is frequent. A lot of times, some event that has happened in the past suddenly or recently has come to light again. And that is when the static GK also plays a role. It comes into light because जो event पहले हो चुका है, if suddenly another event that has a logical connection to the previous event that has happened, then the previous event also becomes very important. तो हर बार, even though static GK is not usually asked in isolation, it becomes important because of its current linkage. That is, अगर कोई event पहले हुआ है, but now something similar or something related to that event has happened, then even the static GK bit becomes important for you. So for all those who are appearing for CLAT 2027 in December and are watching this video in, let's say, March or April and are deciding or discerning whether you should focus on static GK, the answer is yes. Static GK is very important, but do remember it is not asked in isolation, but it is asked in current linkage. For example, if something has happened in the past and a similar event or a related event has happened again, the static bit also becomes very important. So keep this in mind as we proceed through the session, because these are some basic foundations of your preparation for the GK section of CLAT 2027. If you keep these three things in mind, I think you are sorted, you are more sorted than 90% of the CLAT aspirants, because वो उसी लूप में होंगे कि सिर्फ न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ के हमारा काम चल जाएगा, स्टैटिक जीके इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, या हमें मोस्टली सारे आंसर्स पैसेजेस में से मिल जाएंगे. I am pretty confident that 90% of the students this year also will think the same and fall in the same trap. So be among the 10% who have watched this video and are actually smart enough to realize that those things are actually foolish and not sufficient for your CLAT GK preparation. Now, again, recognition versus recall. One thing that CLAT has taught us is that it requires recall, not just recognition. Students often read but can't remember. So a lot of times people have reached out to me, the mentees have reached out to me that भैया हमने 4 घंटे न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ा या 4 घंटे कंपेंडियम्स पढ़े, but we are actually not remembering anything. Leave alone remember, अगर same question आप मुझे मॉक में दे दोगे 2 घंटे बाद after I have read, I will not be able to answer the question. This is the classic failure of CLAT aspirants when it comes to the GK section. They have read everything, they have processed everything in their mind, but they have not practiced anything. And as a result of a lack of practice, what happens is that they cannot recall when it comes to the paper. They have read Russia-Ukraine conflict or Israel-Palestine conflict or everything about NATO 100 times. But when it comes to the paper, they simply cannot recall the correct answer because they have just read it, they have remembered it, but they have not practiced how to recall it. And how does this practice take place? By solving questions, by revision, by going over it over and over again. So you need to know the difference between recognition and recall. Just recognizing that this is the correct answer is not enough. You need to actually recall in the paper that this is the correct answer, and that this practice needs to be developed by practice. Now, international organizations. Again, one thing that happened in CLAT 2022 was that it asked about WHO, that is the World Health Organization, and the United Nations without detailed explanations. Students who read casually recognized names. So they only recognized the names, but they failed to recognize actually the functions or the detailed news about WHO or United Nations. So when you are covering international organizations, keep this in mind, that simply knowing that such a body exists, such a body like WHO exists, is not sufficient. You need to know the background, you need to know the current events taking place around WHO, and you need to know any future prospects or plans that WHO might have. For example, recently there was a news that the United States of America quit WHO. So to give you an example, if you are a complete beginner and watching this video, how would you go about reading about the WHO, that is the World Health Organization? You'll see, firstly, when was it established, where its headquarters are, who was the first chairman of WHO, who's the present chairman of WHO, the total number of members in WHO, when did India join WHO, if not, why did India not join WHO, if there is any treaty that backs WHO, any recent news like the United States quitting WHO. So for example, so this is an example of how you should be covering any international news or international body when you are preparing for your CLAT exam. Mandates and functions. So what recently has been the trend in CLAT is that it is asking you very complex and convoluted questions. It is not asking you which of the following is the function of, for example, WHO, because then it becomes quite apparent to identify the correct answer among the 4 options. But what it is actually testing now is that it is asking question stem in a different way. It is asking which of the following is not a function of WHO. So WHO might have a function of promoting healthcare around the world, but it also might have some ancillary functions like protecting people from pandemic or doing something about the vaccines. So now what people did previously is that they only studied the main function of WHO and left the others. And what is happening now in the CLAT paper is that the question is not simply to identify the correct answer option, but to identify the answer option which is not correct among the 3 correct options. So that is why what becomes important is that you actually read everything in detail, you know about the mandates and the functions so that you could eliminate the incorrect options. And for this, you need daily reading. And not just daily reading, you need active revision also, because once you might have read that these are the three functions of WHO, but I can assure that if you are reading, for example, the WHO functions in March, you will not remember any of it by December. So for that, you need active revision, you need active recall, and you need to practice a lot of questions that involve WHO to keep the three functions that you read a long time back fresh in your memory. नाउ एक और क्वेश्चन जो बच्चे मुझे बार बार पूछते हैं इज दैट भैया कितने मंथ्स की जीके हमें पढ़नी चाहिए, हाउ मेनी मंथ्स आर इनफ फॉर जीके प्रेप, हाउ मेनी मंथ्स आर गुड, हाउ मेनी मंथ्स आर सफिशिएंट एंड हाउ मेनी मंथ्स आर बेस्ट. मतलब 3 कैटेगरीज में मैं डिवाइड कर सकता हूं कि ये महीने आपको पढ़ने ही पढ़ने हैं, ये आपके नॉन नेगोशिएबल है. ये महीने आप कर सकते हो इफ यू वांट टू डू गुड, एंड ये महीने अगर आप कर लोगे देन यू आर मोर सॉर्टेड देन 99% of the aspirants. So when past GK questions are mapped year-wise, so this entire slides, the entire slide deck that we have prepared is data-driven and backed by previous year trends that our team has analyzed. So when we look at previous year papers, a clear pattern emerges. Most questions come from events in the last 10 to 12 months immediately preceding the exam. So for example, the exam this year is in December 2026, that is CLAT 2027 taking place in December 2026. So if you are one of those students who are watching this video, let's say in September, and are now clueless कि भैया अब तो बहुत कम टाइम बचा है, I realistically cannot cover last 10 to 12 months का GK. So now just tell me the months that are absolutely non-negotiable. If you are one of those students who are already late for their prep, then for you the non-negotiable becomes the last 4 to 5 months. That is months preceding, let's say July. So for you, July, August, September, October, November, these 5 months are absolutely non-negotiable. ये आपको करने ही करने हैं. Let's say you are a second category of student who is watching this video in May. And for you, what I will tell you is that if it's great if you could cover the backlog of January to April, January, February, March, April. I can understand that at this time you were either preparing for your class 11 exams or your board exams, and now you have decided to take a drop. So now you have decided to start your preparation very sincerely, very diligently from May. So now what I can tell you is that it is okay if you do not cover January to March, but cover from April to November. तो अगर आप उस कैटेगरी के स्टूडेंट हो जो थोड़ा अर्ली स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं बट नाउ दे आर स्टार्टिंग सिंसियरली, तो यू कैन कवर एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम अप्रैल टू November. That is the last 7 to 8 months preceding the exam. However, if you are one who has determined to make it to the National Law School Bangalore or to make it to the top 3 NLUs, what you have to do and what is a non-negotiable for you is the last 10 to 12 months. आपको January 2026 से लेकर November 30th 2026 तक सारी GK absolutely पढ़नी ही पढ़नी है. If you are one of those students who have determined to make it to the top 3 NLUs or to make it to the National Law School Bangalore and get an all India rank under let's say 300, तो अगर आप वो स्टूडेंट हो जिसने सोच लिया है कि मुझे 300 से कम रैंक लाना है, तो आपको 10 to 12 मंथ्स की जीके पढ़नी है. 10 to 12 मंथ्स की जीके क्यों पढ़नी है? बिकॉज दिस इज द ट्रेंड दैट वी हैव एनालाइज्ड by looking at the previous year papers. हर previous year paper में let's say last 5-6 साल में सबसे ज्यादा questions CLAT में आखिरी 10 से 12 महीने में ही पूछे गए हैं. It is also possible that some questions were from let's say the last 2 months, and it is also possible that some questions were from the last 13 to 14 months की मतलब पिछले साल का भी जीके पूछा गया है. I'm not saying पूछा नहीं गया है, I'm saying पूछा गया है. But if you want to focus your prep on concentrated areas की मतलब अगर मैं ये पढ़ूंगा तो सबसे ज्यादा स्कोर आएगा, तो आपको लास्ट 10 to 12 मंथ्स में पढ़ के जीके करंट अफेयर्स कवर करने हैं. For example, CLAT 2021 focused heavily on 2020 global and national developments. CLAT 2024 GK drew largely from 2023 policy, legal and international news. Issues older than that appeared only if they stayed in news, such as constitutional debates or long-running international conflicts. This means for CLAT 2027, you have to cover from January to December 2026. and not any random past years. This line, if you notice, is very important. Issues that were older than last 12 months appeared only if they stayed in news. तो आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि अगर आप क्लैट 2027 में के लिए अपीयर करना चाहते हो इन दिसंबर 2026, आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि जो इवेंट जुलाई 2025 में हुआ दैट इज नॉट रेलिवेंट फॉर यू. It is relevant for you if a similar event or something related to that event has now happened in this period of 10 to 12 months. Let me give you an example. Let's say अब कोविड आपके लिए रेलिवेंट नहीं है क्योंकि कोविड को हुए 5 साल हो चुके हैं. कोविड happened in 2019, कोविड-19 बोलते हैं, and now we are already in 2026 after even accounting for the second wave and third wave. मोटा मोटा 5 साल हो चुके हैं कोविड को, and it is highly unlikely that any question related to COVID can be asked. However, let's say in April this year, there's another wave of COVID happening, not just in India but anywhere across the globe. Then COVID again becomes important for you. Simply because now it has a current linkage. अगर let's say India में किसी part में कोरोना का outbreak फिर से हो जाता है, then all questions pertaining to corona, the virus, when it started, the lockdown, the vaccines, vaccine के owners, manufacturers, the place of manufacturing, everything then becomes important for you simply because the static event now has a current linkage. तो जो चीजें पहले हो चुकी है are still relevant for you, but only if something related to that event or something that has linkage to that event has now happened in 10 to 12 months. I hope this is clear. आखिरी 10 से 12 महीने आपको पढ़ने हैं, उससे पहले का आपको तभी पढ़ना है अगर उसके रिलेटेड कुछ इस 10 से 12 महीने में फिर से हो जाता है. Let's move on to the next slide. What topics actually recur? तो कई बार हमें बच्चे ये भी पूछते हैं कि भैया tell me the highest frequency topics that are almost every time asked in the paper. So now based on our analysis, the questions that are mostly always asked in the CLAT paper range from constitutional developments, Supreme Court decisions, government schemes पे बहुत questions आते हैं in CLAT. So I have told you 3 topics till now: constitutional development, Supreme Court decisions. Supreme Court decision अगर कोई बहुत landmark decision आया है वो आता है. Government schemes, let's say अभी मनरेगा scheme आपको पता होगा, तो महात्मा गांधी the scheme that provides employment to poor people, now it has been replaced by another scheme, so it becomes very important for you. तो वो स्कीम हमने देखी. नाउ फोर्थ टॉपिक इज इंटरनेशनल समिट. अभी इंडिया में AI समिट होकर हटा है. इट इज अ हाईली रेलिवेंट एंड पॉसिबल टॉपिक फॉर यू. फिफ्थ इज इकोनॉमिक इंडिकेटर्स. आपके बहुत सारे इंडिकेटर्स एंड इंडिसेस आते हैं, लाइक लेट्स से द वर्ल्ड फ्रीडम इंडेक्स, द जेंडर इंडेक्स, द ग्लोबल इंडेक्स. तो ये द इकोनॉमिक रिलेटेड इंडिकेटर्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू. एनवायरमेंट रिलेटेड इश्यूज अपीयर कंसिस्टेंटली. तो आजकल फोकस सबका एनवायरमेंट पर है, क्लाइमेट चेंज पर है, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग पर है. तो एनवायरमेंट रिलेटेड इश्यूज आर आल्सो सीन इन द पेपर. सो दीज आई हैव टोल्ड यू 6 टॉपिक्स. These 6 topics are the most frequently seen topics in the CLAT paper. On the other hand, you might also ask, भैया कौन से topics नहीं आते हैं फिर या बहुत कम आते हैं? So topics like sports के topics बहुत कम पेपर में देखे जाते हैं. Entertainment awards, आपको कोई नहीं पूछेगा कि पान मसाला अवार्ड जो न्यू ईयर्स के दिन आता है वो किसने जीता. बहुत कम चांस है कि कोई आपको वो क्वेश्चन CLAT जैसे पेपर में पूछ सकता है. लोकल इवेंट्स, आपके गांव में, आपके विलेज में, आपकी तहसील में, आपके वार्ड में क्या हुआ वो आपसे नहीं पूछा जाएगा. ओनली इवेंट्स दैट हैव सम नेशनल इंपॉर्टेंस और इंटरनेशनल इंपॉर्टेंस आर आस्क्ड इन द पेपर. दे डू नॉट केयर अबाउट द लोकल इवेंट्स दैट हैपन. सो दीज 3 आर द डोमेन्स दैट आर वेरी लेस और almost never seen in the paper. So if you want to focus more on the high frequency area, these are the 6 things you need to focus on, and if you have less time, these are the 3 things that you can ignore or put less emphasis on. Now another thing that we need to discuss is how static GK is used in CLAT questions. मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया था कि static GK कभी भी isolation में नहीं पूछी जाती है. Static GK is only asked if it has a current linkage. So now how to determine that there is a current linkage? CLAT GK, static GK is never tested in isolation for CLAT true. For instance, CLAT 2020 and 2023 had questions linked to constitutional articles, international roles, legal terminology. But these, okay, I agree that these questions are static. Constitutional articles are not changing, institutional roles are not changing, and legal terminology is also constant. These questions were asked in CLAT 20 and 23 paper. So now you can tell you might question me कि भैया ये तो static GK है, ये क्यों पूछा गया? ये इसलिए पूछा गया because it had a current linkage. These questions were asked through current events and not as direct theory. Something might have happened in CLAT 20, in the year 2020 that was linked with these three topics, and that is why these three topics were asked in the paper. So for example, a news item on a Supreme Court judgment quietly tested general knowledge of constitutional provisions. कुछ हुआ होगा Supreme Court में 2020 में, which was a constitutional case, and that is how a static question on constitutional provisions was asked. A question on a government scheme indirectly tested the ministry responsible. You might tell me that there's a question on which ministry is responsible. This is a static question. Why was this asked? Because something related to that thing has happened. A government scheme was passed, and that is why the ministry responsible for it was asked. So this means that memorizing static GK separately is inefficient. Static GK must be studied only through current affairs linkage. I think I have repeated this multiple times, but it should be clear to you by now. So let's decide, or let's discuss the ineffective mode of studying GK and the effective mode of studying GK. So effective GK study would focus on brief, focused reading, quick note update, and short recall of older topics. However, on the contrary, an ineffective GK study schedule would look like long, exhausting sessions. You are covering newspaper after newspaper, you are covering compendium after compendium, but there's no recall strategy. You are just absorbing large volumes of information. There is an information overload that is happening. आप पढ़ रहे हो, but कुछ समझ नहीं रहे हो, and that is what constitutes an ineffective GK strategy. So instead of doing that, what you have to do is you have to focus. You have to pay attention on brief, focused reading. छोटी duration के लिए पढ़ो, but पढ़ो ज़्यादा. And whatever you are studying, do an active recall. What you can do is you can sit with your parents. You can give them your notes that you have prepared for the day, and you can ask them to quiz you on the notes that you have prepared. This will not only ensure that you are actually memorizing what you have read, but also that you practice recall, because a similar way, CLAT will also test your recall. It will ask you questions based on what you have already read and memorized. So if you're not practicing recall, CLAT paper में आप भूल जाओगे कि आपने क्या पढ़ा था. So a better option is that you practice recall every day. You practice every day. You go sit with your friend. You go sit with your parents. Give them your notes and ask them to quiz you or test you on the notes that you have prepared, so that you are in the habit of constantly testing yourself and testing your memory, how it is working under pressure. Now, another thing that students ask us is that, Bhaiya, how should we make notes, and how many pages of notes are enough? I am quite intrigued by this question कि कितने pages के आपको notes बनाने चाहिए, and that is why I am clearly telling you today that over note making, that is, अगर आप ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा notes बनाओगे, that will not help you in any way. Instead, it will bring down your scores. So why over note making backfires in GK? What happens is, and I've seen this personally, I have been mentoring students for the last 4 years, and I've seen this personally, that people or students have like 5 huge notebooks and registers of CLAT GK. They have made notes after notes, 15 pages of a topic, 20 pages of a topic. And when they sit to revise, they are just overwhelmed that they are not even across the first page of the page, that they are tired and they quit. So let me share the problem first. So many students write detailed GK notes assuming more detail equals more marks. But the PYQ analysis shows GK questions usually require one clean fact and one paragraph. आपको बहुत सारे नोट्स नहीं बनाने हैं, आपको बहुत सारी पैराग्राफ्स नहीं लिखनी है, आपको बहुत सारी लाइंस नहीं लिखनी है. You need to have a quick referencer sort of a thing कि आप बस जाओ, आप उस टॉपिक के बारे में वो 4 लाइंस पढ़ो, and everything gets refreshed in your mind, because that is the only thing that will help you 1 month before the exam when you sit to start revise the entire GK of 1 year that you have studied. तो अगर आप जनवरी के ही 100 पेज के नोट्स बना लोगे, तो just imagine by November you will have 1000 pages of notes, and it is humanly impossible to go over 1000 pages of notes when you're already operating under pressure. So keep your notes very concise, do not indulge in over note making because it will backfire. So for example, questions on economic indices often test. So for example, कोई index आया है, उसमें आपको क्या क्या जानना है? आपको जानना है what the index measures, which organization releases it. A couple more things that you can remember is which country has topped it, which country has scored the least number of marks, what is India's rank, and if there is any other thing, one more fact. For example, the organization which releases it, where is the headquarters of that organization located. So these are the 4 or 5 things that you need to know based on one index, that is in news. You don't need to know the mandate of the organization or why the index was released, when was the first index released. You do not need to know that. The 4 or 5 things that I just mentioned are the only things that you need to properly prepare or complete that particular index. So students who remembered just these 2 points answered correctly, and students who wrote pages of economic background about the index and the organization gained no extra advantage. So conclusion is that effective GK notes are short because CLAT questions are narrow. तो आपको long questions नहीं बनाने, CLAT asks very pointed questions, and for that, if you are making short notes, that is the most effective method. Now, why monthly revision is the real GK separator? हर बच्चा क्लैट के जीके के बारे में पढ़ता है, हर बच्चा कंपेंडियम पढ़ता है, हर बच्चा न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ता है, बट हर बच्चे का क्लैट क्लियर नहीं होता. एंड इफ आई टेल यू व्हाई, यू विल बी शॉक्ड, बिकॉज द सिंपल रीजन इज दे डू नॉट रिवाइज. आपको आपके पेरेंट्स बोलते होंगे क्लास 10 बोर्ड से पहले, क्लास 12 बोर्ड से पहले, या सिंपल आपके क्लास 11 से पहले, कि कंप्लीटिंग द सिलेबस इज नॉट इनफ, you have to revise it also before you go attempt the paper or sit for the exam. The same logic applies for CLAT also. Simply reading newspaper or simply completing the compendium is not sufficient. In fact, it is a complete waste of time if you are not revising it. So for that, to stand out and to actually crack CLAT and not be the 95% among the 95% of people who do not crack CLAT is by indulging or engaging in monthly revision. जो भी जीके आपने पढ़ी है उसको रिवाइज करो, वीकली करो, मंथली करो, बाय मंथली करो, क्वार्टरली करो, दैट इज योर चॉइस एंड यू नीड टू सी व्हाट वर्क्स बेस्ट फॉर यू, बट द नॉन नेगोशिएबल इज that you have to revise. Secondly, students who revise monthly could recall facts from 6 to 8 months ago without any panic. So if you are revising monthly or quarterly or in an efficient manner, you will be among the students who can actively recall the correct answers in the paper. And this is not simply because you have read everything or you have memorized everything, but because you have practiced and revised whatever you have read in the preceding months. Because you also know and you will agree with me that जो आपने अभी January, February में पढ़ लिया, you will not remember any of it by November if you do not revise it constantly. And by revising it, मैं आपको ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि you just revise it in let's say April and forget about it. You have to do a monthly revision of everything. क्योंकि अगर आप अप्रैल में भी रिवाइज कर लेते हो या जून में भी रिवाइज कर लेते हो और या अगस्त में भी रिवाइज कर लेते हो, it is highly probable that you will still not remember or recall anything in the paper. So what is important is that you engage in multiple revisions over time. You do multiple weekly revisions, monthly revisions, quarterly revisions, so that you can recall everything and anything that you have read in the preceding months. So students who skipped revision depended on recognition which failed under pressure. तो बहुत बार बच्चे क्या बोलते हैं कि अच्छा मुझे देखकर याद आ जाएगा. अगर आपने भी ये लाइन बोली है कि आपको आंसर एमसीक्यूज में से देखकर आंसर सही आंसर पता चल जाएगा, तो आप बहुत गलत हो, क्योंकि इट डज नॉट वर्क अंडर प्रेशर. बहुत बच्चे पिछली बार भी यही assumption के साथ गए थे कि अभी मैं एक बार ऊपर से पढ़ लेता हूँ, और that I have read everything but not revised. So when I see it in the paper, I will get reminded of the correct answer. However, CLAT examiner is not dumb. The answer options you get are very close and are equally relevant. So when you look at those 4 answer options, you think every answer is the correct one, and it is under that pressure situation that the recognition method fails, and only method that works is recall, and that can only be developed by revision. So for example, CLAT 2024 GK included topics that had appeared in news much earlier that in the year, and students who had revisited those issues multiple times remembered them clearly. So it is revision and not reading that created GK stability and helped them score good in the paper. क्योंकि बहुत पुराने क्वेश्चंस आए थे क्लैट 24 जीके में, दे वर नॉट फ्रॉम द रीसेंट मंथ्स बट फ्रॉम लास्ट 8 to 10 मंथ्स। तो जिन बच्चों ने रिवीजन की थी सिर्फ उन्हीं बच्चों को पेपर में रिकॉल हो पाया, and only those were able to answer these questions correctly. So now another question that people ask is how should we practice GK and how should we use MCQs? So a lot of GK compendiums that you come across, or even NLTI releases a 2000 most expected question booklet in the second half of the year in July August. तो आपको क्वेश्चन आता है कि अच्छा वो बुक को यूज कैसे करना है, हाउ शुड बी यूज MCQ और प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस. So you need to know that MCQ is not for learning new facts. They are for identifying weak recall areas. So when you are analyzing PYQs, you need to notice a pattern. And this pattern is that the PYQs have often narrowed answers to 2 options but couldn't eliminate the wrong one. तो बहुत बार बच्चों के साथ होता क्या है कि 4 में से वो 2 आंसर ऑप्शंस तो बहुत इजीली एलिमिनेट कर लेते हैं, but they end up confused between 2 very close answers. And this indicates partial knowledge, not a lack of study. तो ये होता क्या है, this stems from not a lack of study. ये ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने पढ़ा नहीं है. This happens because आपने जो पढ़ा है वो partial है. And for that you need to use GK MCQs efficiently and use GK MCQs to find the facts you almost remembered. अगर आप GK MCQ practice कर रहे हो GK booster booklet से या compendium से, तो आपको उससे पता चल जाएगा कि अच्छा ये फैक्ट मुझे क्लियरली रिमेंबर था. अगर आपने एक MCQ प्रैक्टिस किया and you are able to eliminate all 3 options and choose the correct one very easily, so you will know the facts that you have almost remembered or remembered very easily and areas where static linkage was missing. So these are exactly what should be revised again. तो आपको MCQ प्रैक्टिस करने से पता चल जाएगा कि आपको क्या आता है बट थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम है, या क्या बिल्कुल ही नहीं आता है. तो इन एरियाज पर आपको फोकस करने की जरूरत है. तो दिस इज हाउ यू शुड यूज GK MCQs and previous year papers. Why doing more GK reduce scores? So a lot of students increased their GK study schedule closer to the exam, assuming it would help. However, this often reduce scores. अगर आप अभी दिन का सिर्फ आधा घंटा GK पढ़ रहे हो और क्लैट के 2 महीने पहले मैजिकली यू इंक्रीज योर half an hour of GK time to 3 hour or 4 hour, it will not help because it will break your revision cycle. अगर आप पहले Sunday to Sunday रिवाइज करते थे, now it will get broken up because पहले Sunday to Sunday आप उन चीजों को रिवाइज करते थे जो आपने ओवर डे बाय डे आधा घंटा पढ़ा है सिर्फ. बट अगर आप एक दिन में 3 से 4 घंटे पढ़ने लग जाओगे and Sunday you have kept for revising, this will end up breaking your revision cycle, क्योंकि आप संडे को पूरे हफ्ते का रिवाइज ही नहीं कर पाओगे. क्योंकि पहले आप आधा घंटा दिन का पढ़ते थे, अब आप दिन का 2 घंटे पढ़ने लग गए हो. तो how is it possible to complete the entire revision on a given day, that is Sunday? So if you magically drastically increase your GK time or GK effort closer to the session, it will not help, and doing more will actually reduce your score. Information overload, बहुत ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन आपने इनटेक कर लिया है एंड रिकॉल कॉन्फिडेंस ड्रॉप. आपने इतना पढ़ लिया कि आपको याद ही नहीं है कि पेपर में रिकॉल कैसे होगा. आपने रिकॉल पे प्रैक्टिस ही नहीं की. यू हैव जस्ट एब्जॉर्ब्ड एवरीथिंग विदाउट एनी प्रैक्टिस और रिविजन एंड नाउ योर रिकॉल कॉन्फिडेंस विल ड्रॉप. आपको पढ़ते पढ़ते ये लगेगा कि भाई मैं इतना पढ़ तो रहा हूं बट विल आई एक्चुअली रिमेंबर एनीथिंग इन द पेपर, एंड दैट विल अफेक्ट योर कॉन्फिडेंस ड्रास्टिकली. The PYQs show GK rewards depth and repetition and not expansion. अगर आप अभी से अपनी preparation को deep रखोगे and consistent रखोगे, only then it will be helpful. अगर suddenly आप expand कर रहे हो अपनी GK का level closer to the exam, it will not be helpful. Reducing GK sources and revising fewer topics more times provided prove more effective. अपने sources को minimal रखो but deep रखो, and whichever source you are referring to, ensure that you are referring it properly. How coaching material helps when used right? So good coaching material does one thing well. आपको बहुत सारे coaching institutes GK compendium देते हैं. NLT also gives you the GK gazette. So what it does well is that it filters relevance. आप कोई भी UPSC वेबसाइट पर जाओगे या रैंडम किसी भी वेबसाइट पर कंपेंडियम पर जाओगे तो आपको बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स दिखेंगे that are not relevant for CLAT. However, if you rely on the coaching material or the compendiums that we provide you, it will only have filtered news. जो न्यूज CLAT के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है सिर्फ वो ही आपको पेपर में और कंपेंडियम में दिखाई जाएगी. मंथली कंपेंडियम्स, जीके गैजेट्स एंड बूस्टर बुकलेट्स वर्क ओनली व्हेन इट इज यूज्ड फॉर रिवीजन, नॉट फर्स्ट रीडिंग. सिर्फ कंपेंडियम्स पर रिलाई मत करो. यू हैव टू मेक योर ओन नोट्स एंड रीड न्यूज़पेपर डेली. It is revised multiple times. ऐसा नहीं है अगर आपने जनवरी का compendium फरवरी में पूरा complete कर लिया है, you will never touch it again. Absolutely not. You will not remember anything when it comes to the paper. So it is very important that you revise compendiums multiple times, and it is tested through MCQs. Students who treated coaching material as a replacement for revision did not benefit. Revision आपको करनी ही करनी है. Even if you are relying on multiple sources, you have to revise everything. And those who treated it as a revision anchor benefited. तो अगर आप उनमें से हो जो coaching material को as an effective study tool use करोगे for revision, for practice, and for active recall, then you are among the smart ones, and do not replace it with your newspaper. The smart GK rule for CLAT 2027. So just to conclude and recap everything, focus on fewer topics, focus on a small number of topics. This allows for deep understanding. Do not go after multiple sources, multiple topics, and do not indulge in a blind race to just cover everything under the sun. Stronger recall, you have to improve your ability to remember information. This is crucial for exam. Just remembering everything, just memorizing everything, rectification will not help in the paper. आप जितना मर्जी पढ़ लो अभी, what will actually determine your score is how well you are able to recall everything. So for that, build your recall ability. Repeated revision, I think this is the most important. Go over the material multiple times. This reinforces learning and improves retention. एक बार पढ़ना is not sufficient. You have to read it over and over again. And calm testing. Stay calm and focused during the exam. This helps you perform at your best. This we will discuss in more detail closer to the exam. So that's it from this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope now you have a clear strategy of what is required for the GK section of CLAT. What are some do's to ace the paper? What are some don'ts to ace the paper? And with sources to refer to, how many months GK should you cover, what are the highest frequency or recurring topics in the paper. I hope you now have clarity on everything. If you want us to make a specific video on a specific topic that is bothering you, like the GK section, let us know in the comment section, and we will be more than happy to come up with a video. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for supporting us, and hope you enjoyed the video.